back today with my update from my GI appointment after I had my dilation surgery. Before I get into everything, I just want to let you know that I'm outside, so if there are cars being a pain in the butt, I'm sorry. It's just really nice out today, even though it's cloudy, but this is kind of my favorite weather, so we're gonna enjoy it. Also, I want to say thank you to everybody who just wrote me some really nice messages. I showed them to Zach, and we're both really grateful that we have so many friends that just cared about what happened and are there for us, because it's been a rough couple of weeks and we're definitely healing, but we're still hurting, and it'll take time. And I know that little Wags is up in heaven running over the Rainbow Bridge, and yeah, so thank you all for being so supportive of us. So this morning my dad actually drove over here so we could drive to my appointment together, because I am super nervous driving in Philadelphia. I hate driving to the city, and I also kind of wanted some moral support because I wasn't really sure what was going to be the outcome of today. My first appointment was actually with a urologist because on an MRI that I had last summer, it showed that I have a narrow right ureter of all things. Didn't know I had it, didn't have any symptoms, so they just wanted to make sure everything was good. And when I went in, the nurse practitioner that saw me was like, why did you even come in for this? So that annoyed me a little bit, and she was like, we could have taken care of this on the phone. Which obviously I would have preferred because I live really freaking far. Thankfully though, after that, like, we're not doing anything. They said they might do a yearly ultrasound just to make sure there's no obstruction, but I'm good. After that though, we raced over to another hospital campus. It's the same hospital, like the same, what do you call it? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Okay, you got it. A different campus. Of course the urologist was like dragging her feet basically to tell me I didn't need to be there. So I'm like, not really caring about that appointment. I just want to get to my GI appointment to find out what my plan is. So we race over there. We're like, of course, in Philadelphia, there's all these lights and you just get stopped at every single one of them. But we got there on time with 7 minutes to spare. And I was even able to empty my ostomy bag before my appointment, so I felt good. And we saw my GI doctor, and he basically explained that he wasn't sure if the colitis they had seen on my colonoscopy was due to diversion colitis, so because I have an ileostomy, or if it was due to Crohn's disease activity. And he gave me a couple of options. First option was to not do anything and just continue on with dilations. He's a little bit nervous about doing dilations frequently because of how fibrous my scar tissue is. He thinks that it might perf fairly easy. He's very, very conservative when he dilates, whereas when I was younger, maybe it was a little bit more pliable. They used to dilate so much harder, like just so much more. But if you watch my last video about it, they only dilated to 10 millimeters again. So he gave me that option, and I said, well, I gotta be real with you, I don't feel that great. The dilation didn't work as well as the first one that happened in the middle of summer, and it's just like on and off running to the bathroom when you have an ostomy, which is just mind-boggling, but I have so much urgency and just get bloated and uncomfortable, and when I get bloated and uncomfortable, I don't want to eat and lose weight. So then he said that he thought I should be on a biologic to see both, not just my colon, not just to help with the colitis I have in my colon, but also with the inflammation that started in my small intestine. He wants to keep that at bay. So he gave me the option between Remicade and Humira, and I decided on Humira. I think I decided on that a long time ago because I know my personality. I am not gonna wanna make appointments every 6 or 8 weeks or whatever it would be for the infusion and then have to sit there for a few hours. It's just not me, I can't. So I decided on Humira, and he signed me up for the Humira Ambassador program, which means I have a nurse that is assigned to me, and she already called me. I got back from the appointment like an hour ago, and she has already called me and set up a day next week where she's gonna come talk to me about Humira, and then we're gonna get the medication going, and once it's delivered, she will come back and teach me how to do it. I actually already know how to do Humira because I actually know how to do Humira and Remicade because I give it a lot at work, being a GI nurse. But I've never given the pen, and I'm hoping it's gonna be the pen. I've never given the citrate-free formula, which my GI has already started prescribing his patients. So I'm hoping that I get lucky and I just like never experience the citrate formula, but we'll see. The way my luck's been running lately, I don't know. So I'm excited to start and maybe feel better, maybe gain a little bit of weight, maybe absorb a little bit more of the things that I'm eating, because my ostomy is so high output. But obviously I'm nervous because this is the first time I will be doing injections on myself. You know, I do them enough at work, but now it's me. So a little nervous, but I think I'll be okay. I think I'll do well. And let's just hope that it helps. And then my dad and I, my dad has always been involved with my healthcare. Obviously I was sick young, so he was right there. He was the one doing a lot of the lovely ostomy bag changes and feeding tube stuff. He came along today and we went out to lunch afterwards because that was kind of our ritual when I was younger. It was really nice. And then we came back and he dropped me off here. So of course I will keep all of you guys updated on the Humira, and let's keep our fingers crossed that this helps a little bit. Yeah. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and thank you for all of the wonderful messages about my health, about Daisy, about everything. You guys are freaking fantastic. I feel very supported and loved. I hope you all are feeling well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.